Hi there. I just want to share something that's on my heart right now. So, as many of you are excited about things opening up in our state, I just have to share from the perspective of a chronically ill person. I noticed statistics being shared in hopes of reassuring other people, and I don't have any statistics to share. I just have my personal story. So, remember early on with this virus, people were comparing it to the flu. Every day there seemed to be a new statistic someone shared about the flu being worse than COVID-19. And I'm assuming these statistics reassured some people. I mean, they were getting shared all over the place. But I'd like to share from the perspective of someone who is chronically ill, immune compromised also. So about 2.5 years ago, I got the flu. My husband was the first one in the house to get it, and we are quite certain he got it at work. He had it for about a week, and then he began to get better, kind of the typical progression for a typical person dealing with the flu. But due to my chronic illness, I was cautious, and I still ended up getting it. I was so sick. This was the flu that most families deal with every year in one way or another. But I was so sick that I could not even think clearly to call the doctor or even get to the doctor. Finally, my husband did take me in, and it took me a couple weeks from that point on to start to improve, and then a couple more weeks before I even started to feel somewhat like myself. This flu actually followed a predictable pattern for someone with compromised health, but it put our family life on hold for a good month. Going into this flu, my kidney function was at about 20%. From that flu on, my kidney function never went above 10%. And I don't know if you can even imagine that, but that's just, I'm just barely holding on. I never regained my energy. My blood pressure was a huge problem from that point on, and I couldn't function as I wanted. I went from regular monitoring of my already struggling kidneys to now officially needing a kidney transplant. This was the flu. It was not a new virus. The doctors knew how to treat me and how to monitor me, yet I still suffered greatly and my life was literally changed. So as some of you are reassured by statistics, I guess you can really be thankful for that. But those that are elderly and have chronic health conditions or are immune compromised, we may not be so reassured. So my request is that you consider others as a whole, not the average person. Your story is not my story. My story is not your story. I can't possibly completely understand how hard it might be for you to stay home. And you may not possibly understand how hard it is for me to deal with a common virus. So I just ask that you love one another, that you share your opinions when it's helpful, but mostly, let's seek to understand.